Hello guys, hope everyone is doing good. I am DM Vinayaka. Welcome to the Professor of Pharmacy channel. In earlier video we discussed about the pharmaceutical engineering syllabus topics, like which topics are going to be in these units and all things. So in today's video we are going to discuss about the unit first, that is flow of fluids. In flow of fluids, which are the topics we are going to cover and what all this is about, we'll discuss in this video. Okay. Before coming to the definition, first of all, let us know what is the use of flow of fluids and why we need to study about the flow of fluids. Okay. In pharmaceutical engineering subject, we need to study this flow of fluids. It's because in pharmaceutical industries, not only the industries will produce the tablets, capsules, or any ointments or powders like that, it will also produce the fluids like ophthalmics, injectables, tonics, and syrups. So in order to supply these tonics or injectables in manufacturing area from one part to another part or one place to other place, like in filling area to recipient area, they need to move that fluid. So in order to move that fluid, they need to know about like how much of pressure they have to put in order to so that the fluid will move from one place to another place, and how much viscosity it should has, because if the viscosity is more, they have to put more pressure, and because of that pressure the product should not ruin. Okay, so because of all these criterias, we have to know about the flow of fluids. First of all, let us start with the definition. What is the definition of a flow of fluids? The flow of fluids is defined as the flow of substance that do not permanently resist deformation. And here, guys, deformation is nothing but the change in shape. ओके, तो हम इसको ठीक से समझेंगे. फ्लो ऑफ फ्लूइड्स का डेफिनेशन क्या है? फ्लो ऑफ फ्लूइड्स इज डिफाइंड एज द फ्लो ऑफ सब्सटेंसेस जो डिफॉर्मेशन को परमानेंटली रेजिस्ट नहीं कर पाएगा. ओके, डिफॉर्मेशन मतलब चेंज इन शेप. इसको एक एग्जांपल लेके हम समझेंगे. ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल हमने एक ग्लास लिया जिस ग्लास में पानी रखा है. ओके, हम उस पानी को थोड़ा प्रेशर डाल के गिराएंगे फ्रॉम द ग्लास. तो जो पानी ग्लास में था वो अभी जमीन पर फैला हुआ है. ओके, तो जो पानी जो ग्लास में था वो ग्लास के शेप में था पहले, अभी उसका शेप बदल गया. तो वो पानी उसको अपोज नहीं कर रहा है, वो चेंज इन शेप नहीं हो रहा है, ऐसा मतलब अपोज नहीं करेगा, वो शेप चेंज हो जाएगा. पर यही एग्जांपल हम सॉलिड्स में ले लिए तो सॉलिड्स में क्या होगा? फॉर एग्जांपल हमने एक बॉक्स ले लिया, उस बॉक्स को थोड़ा प्रेशर डाल के धक्का मार दिया. तो धक्का मारने के बाद क्या होगा? वो जो बॉक्स जिस शेप में था उसी शेप में रहेगा, पर सिर्फ ये चेंज होगा कि एक प्लेस से दूसरा प्लेस में थोड़ा मूव हो जाएगा. पर इस फ्लूइड्स केस में ऐसा नहीं होगा. फ्लूइड्स को हम थोड़ा प्रेशर डालेंगे तो शेप चेंज करेंगे. फॉर एग्जांपल एक कप में हमने पानी ले लिया, उस कप का पानी को हमने बॉटल में डाल दिया, तो जो वो क्या करेगा? वो बॉटल के शेप ले लेगा अभी, तो वो शेप चेंज करेगा. दिस इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ द फ्लो ऑफ फ्लूइड्स. इन सिंपलर वर्ड्स, फ्लूइड्स इज अ सब्सटेंस दैट फ्लोस और विच हैव द एबिलिटी टू फ्लो. इसका मतलब यह है कि फ्लूइड्स एक सब्सटेंस है जो फ्लो कर सकता है और फ्लो करने का एबिलिटी रखता है. इट इज नोन एज द flow of fluids. And here, the gases and liquids are defined as the fluids. Okay. Next is, what do you mean by fluids? Fluids को हमने क्या describe कर सकते हैं? Fluids are the any substances when we apply any force, they will displace from one place to another place, and their shape also changes. As you can see here, we took 1 cup of water and we applied some pressure to it. Then the cup falls on the ground and the water which is in the cup, it flows on the ground. तो ये क्या हो रहा है इधर? जो पहले वाटर कप का शेप ले चुका था, अभी वो जमीन पे फैला हुआ है, मतलब वो शेप चेंज करा है व्हेन आफ्टर अप्लाइंग सम प्रेशर. So this is the fluid. Let us know about the fluid mechanics now. What do you mean by fluid mechanics? Fluid mechanics is nothing but it is defined as the study of the flow of fluids. In this fluid mechanics, there are mainly two types, fluid statics and fluid dynamics. Let us know what is fluid statics. Fluid statics. Statics means the rest. Fluid statics means the study of a fluid at the rest. The fluid statics is also known as the hydrostatics. फ्लूइड स्टैटिक्स में हम क्या पढ़ेंगे, मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल हमने इधर एक ग्लास लिया है जिसमें एक पानी है, ओके। ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी क्या होता है, वो पानी को नीचे खींचेगा ज्यादा प्रेशर से, एंड हियर द वाटर इज इन द ग्लास, सो इट कांट गेट आउट ऑफ द ग्लास. Because of this, what will happen in that glass, in that water, there will be some pressure will be created. That pressure will be going towards down because the gravity is pulling the water down. And also it will put some pressure towards the walls of the glass so that somehow the water in the cup get out of the glass. तो हम इट्स फ्लूइड स्टैटिक्स में क्या क्या पढ़ेंगे, फ्लूइड स्टैटिक्स में हम पढ़ेंगे प्रेशर क्या होता है, लाइक हाउ मच ऑफ प्रेशर is there in the glass of water and how much of viscosity is there and how much of force it is applying in the water. Like all these properties we will study in this fluid statistics. Next is the fluid dynamics. Dynamics is nothing but the motion. So fluid dynamics is nothing but study of fluids in motion. It is also known as the hydrodynamics. For this, we will take an example of the water which is running inside the pipe. Okay, because it is the fluid dynamics, we will study about the fluids which are in motion. While in motion, we will study like how much of pressure is there, how much of viscosity is there. It will be useful in industries like when they are supplying the any product like a syrup or any ophthalmics from one section to another section through pipelines. They need to measure like how much of pressure is there, how much of pressure we have to add in order so that the product will move from the one place to another place. Like how much viscosity should be there, because if the viscosity of the product is more, what will happen, we need to apply more pressure in order to move that solution or product from one place to another place. So in all these properties will be done in the fluid dynamics. In fluid dynamics, these all properties will be measured by the manometers actually. We will get in detail about manometers in next upcoming videos. This is about the fluid dynamics. What is in fluid mechanics? There are two types, fluid statistics. Statics is nothing but the fluid at rest, and fluid dynamics is nothing but the fluid at motion. Okay, this is the main difference of these two types. Next one is the fluid pressure. What do you mean fluid pressure? It is a pressure that is exerted by the fluid. Means जो fluid से pressure exert करेगा उसको हम पढ़ेंगे इधर इस fluid pressure topic में. And it is also done by due to force of gravity. It is for this topic we took an example of the cup in which the water is there. Due to, as I said earlier, due to gravity, what it will do, it will pull the water towards down. Because of this, the more pressure will be at the bottom and less pressure will be up at the top. And it will also oppose some, it will also create some pressure to the walls of the glass. इसको हम डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे अभी. As you can see in this picture, we took one example of a jar. In this jar, we put some water. Okay. This is the first compartment. This is the middle compartment. This is the third compartment. We made three holes in first compartment, one hole, and in the middle compartment, another hole, and another hole at the bottom. That is at the third compartment. So due to gravity क्या होगा, वो पानी को नीचे तरफ खींचने की ट्राई करेगा. जितना हाइट होगा ये जार उतना प्रेशर ज्यादा बढ़ेगा, बिकॉज द प्रेशर इंक्रीजेस विथ द डेप्थ. ओके, सो अभी क्या हो रहा है, इस जार में प्रेशर ज्यादा हो रहा है एट द बॉटम ऑफ द जार. So we made a three holes. First we will open the first compartment hole. तो इधर से क्या होगा, तो वो जो पानी अंदर था उसमें जो प्रेशर था वो अभी बाहर निकलने में ट्राई करेगा, the water will go out and it will be less force and less pressure because at the first compartment, only the first compartment pressure will act on this water in order to get out of the jar. Okay, when we open the middle compartment hole, the cap of this, and we open, what will happen? The pressure which is in the middle compartment and the pressure which was in the first compartment, दो कंपार्टमेंट मिलके वो प्रेशर अप्लाई होगा इस वाला कंपार्टमेंट से. तो when we open this compartment, what will happen? These two pressure will combine and it will exert some force. So because of that, the force of the water will be little bit more compared to the first compartment. वैसे ही जब हम थर्ड कंपार्टमेंट का कैप ओपन करेंगे क्या क्या होगा, ये पूरा कंपार्टमेंट फर्स्ट मिडल एंड थर्ड कंपार्टमेंट का प्रेशर मिला के वो एक तरफ, लाइक एक ही तरफ में ज्यादा प्रेशर डाल देगा वाटर पे, तो वो ज्यादा धारा बन के बाहर आएगा. जो हमने कंपेयर करके देखा तो पहले कंपार्टमेंट और मिडिल कंपार्टमेंट कंपेयर करके देखा तो थर्ड कंपार्टमेंट में क्या होगा, वो ज्यादा फोर्स एक्सर्ट करेगा और थोड़ा दूर जाएगा, क्योंकि the force is more and the pressure is more because of all these compartments. So this is an example like how the depth and how the pressure works on the water and its pressure. In next is formula of the pressure. That is pressure is equal to force divided by area is equals to force is denoted by F and area is denoted by the A. So in this diagram, we will, as you can see in this diagram, we took an example. Like assume this as a table. On the table, we added one cup. Okay. So how much of area that cup is taking and how much of force it is applying so that in order to be stable at the table, जितना फोर्स लगा रहा है और कितना एरिया वो कवर कर रहा है, वो है फॉर्मूला ऑफ प्रेशर. दैट इज फोर्स डिवाइडेड बाय एरिया. Also, the pressure exerted by the fluid is directly proportional to gravity, density or depth of the height of the fluid. मतलब जो प्रेशर जो फ्लूइड एक्सर्ट करेगा वो डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल होगा टू ग्रेविटी, डेंसिटी एंड हाइट ऑफ द फ्लूइड. as we studied earlier in the picture I showed you earlier. देखिए हमने एक जार लिया था, उस जार में 3 कंपार्टमेंट्स थे, पहला कंपार्टमेंट, मिडिल कंपार्टमेंट एंड लास्ट कंपार्टमेंट. जितना वो लिक्विड विस्कस होगा उतना फोर्स हमको ज्यादा लगाना पड़ेगा इन ऑर्डर टू मेक दैट फ्लूइड फ्लो. तो अभी ये डेंसिटी कवर हुआ, ग्रेविटी, as the gravity will pulls, the water will get more pressure, and that height also depends upon that and gravity also depend upon that. For this the formula is P is equals to rho into G into H. P is nothing but the pressure, rho is nothing but density or viscosity, G is the acceleration due to gravity, and H is the height. This is the formula of the pressure, fluid pressure, and SI unit of pressure is the Pascal. सो हमने क्या क्या पढ़ा इस क्लास में? हमने पढ़ा डेफिनेशन ऑफ द फ्लो ऑफ फ्लूइड्स, फ्लूइड्स के बारे में पढ़ा, फ्लूइड मैकेनिक्स के बारे में पढ़ा, जिसमें 2 टाइप्स आता है, फ्लूइड डायनामिक्स एंड फ्लूइड स्टैटिस्टिक्स. उसके बाद हमने पढ़ा फ्लूइड प्रेशर के बारे में. नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम पढ़ेंगे मैनोमीटर्स, टाइप्स ऑफ मैनोमीटर्स एंड देयर एप्लीकेशंस, ऑल दोस थिंग्स. Okay, so this is for today's class, and guys, my classes will be uploaded on the Tuesday and Friday at 8 p.m. So don't miss it out. Check it.